Toilet paper, toilet paper, dun, 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 dun.
Do you think that stuff is more popular because no one owns it?
Yes, baby shark as a marketing tactic is real, but it doesn't mean
But
it's
washing
nothing
hands. Washing
about
hands.
washing my hands. Do you know how much stigma is now placed with the baby shark song? It's the same thing. We could talk symbology.
I don't
We
want
won't.
to.
Right, I know. You don't. It's what it represents. Things still mean something. Representation still matters. So if you're representing the absurd,
marketing washing your hands, truly then, is that it? Or is it the fear of transmission of the COVID virus, which causes people to wash their hands, meaning that baby shark is actually what's being marketed because everyone's washing their hands?
well, when the hell was the last time you saw an ad just before a pandemic about people washing their hands? I'll tell you when I saw one about not wasting water. It was in the 90s when the Ninja Turtles cartoon was in its peak. They were wasting water washing their teeth or brushing their teeth. And they're fictitious turtles that are ninjas, except they're not, because turtles can't be ninjas.
But they do have teeth.
Apparently. But it was a PSA inside a cartoon as a tactic to reach children to tell their parents to stop wasting water, the same way that cereal isn't marketed to parents that actually buy it.
Right,
it's marketed to kids that whine about
But
it.
you just said that. So that PSA was when? In the 80s?
90s.
So back then, they
Feels
would
like the
tell you not to litter. They would there was actually tons of good marketing things that said we're raping Mother Earth and the trees are falling and the birds are falling from the sky and acid rain is killing Mother Liberty and Mother Nature, and someone got paid for that, right? And they were real. Those things haven't stopped, but now we're selling imaginary cruises that you can't get to because the imaginary flights
But that's
imaginarily
it.
canceled.
And that's it. It's a disassociation because it's so damn uncomfortable. And the more we can be teased, I think, out of the real, out of that responsibility as people, the easier it is to pass off a fake. The easier it is to say, well, you may not be able to fly in an airplane right now, but the fares are so low. So why don't you go ahead and buy one? And that is the equivalent of thinking you're going to crap yourself to death with a storehouse of 10,000 rolls of toilet paper, which you didn't buy for that reason. You bought so that you could resell them to people.
But you're not marketing them.
Some people would say that you are.
Maybe you could sell them to the tune of Baby Shark.
Toilet paper, toilet paper, dun, 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 dun.
Do you think that stuff is more popular because no one owns it?
I think it's popular because it is the soup du jour. I think a lot of things happen because we let them happen. So speaking from the realm of design, why is software prevalent? Why have old tools? And you could say this about a lot of disciplines. So I'm about to get on a rant, just briefly, about not being a carpenter. I have a hammer, I have a tool belt, I could get lots and lots of tools, but that doesn't make me a carpenter. The same way as if I listen to somebody talk to me about their problems, it doesn't make me a psychologist. It doesn't make me a behaviorist. It might make me think. It might encourage some sort of empathy. I think at our very best. But just because I have something doesn't make me that thing. It is really not the clothes make the man or the person or the baby shark. But we're in an age where we think it's cute, where we allow it. So if a tater tot drops in slow motion and bounces off a reflective surface, we think that's tasty food.
Well, I think some people think it's cute, but I also think a lot of people who are wiser than I in marketing think that it sells things. So I guess the real question is, does it? Does it make people wash their hands? Does it make them buy tater tots? Or does it just make them go, that's a weird commercial, I would have bought it anyway or not?
I think they're baking on the majority.
Really?
I think some people are. I think we bank on the majority, even though we know if we are marketers and advertisers and designers or any other discipline that if we fudge it a little, at least somebody might buy it.
But what if there's nothing they can buy and you're still selling it? So what you're saying now is if they fudge it a little, their behaviors would say they really would want to buy it, causing them to normally buy it, which would be in the realm of behaviors, except they can't buy it because it's not out there still.
So then it goes into the realm of purpose.
Well, or a huge social exercise of the absurd.
Yes, and what's the purpose of that?
I have no idea.
Maybe people like screwing with people.
That's what it feels like, but it is making people money to make bad commercials that sell things that don't exist. But did exist a few weeks ago. May exist again later, but we're not saying any of that. We're saying they do exist now, and if you don't buy your tickets now, you won't be able to get one because they're going to be so popular.
So are you saying the way out of that particular behavior is
death? Yes, I am. But there might be an alternative. You're the marketing guy.
a quick death?
Well, or a slow one.
Well, we can work on quality or speed or
There you go.
price. So at this point, I don't know. I try to be optimistic and approach that with every solution. It's a real challenge now when it feels like what people are really looking for is the absurd. Maybe as a distraction, but I think more as the rule now rather than the exception.
So when do you just hard boot the computer? When do you just unplug it and let everything shut down and start afresh? When are things so screwed up that there's no way that a marketing guru can somehow make them look anything but absurd?
I think sometimes you have to just be there for when they're rebooting, and that's the hard thing right now. I think there's a good part of society that's going, what the hell? It's blowing up, and the best we can do is wait, and maybe people will have their heads pulled completely from their extremities by the time some things blow over. But in the meantime, people are losing the jobs.
Right.
So what do you do in the meantime? I think you tell the truth. I think you build things that are real, and I think you work hard as possible to get that realism across for people.
That makes sense, but I see no evidence of it. I mean, that to me, there's no behaviors that would validate what you just said.
Not yet.
How long do we wait then? No marketing good word.
I think we encourage things. Well, it's the definition of hope.
Well, yes, but it's not the definition of action.
So, hopeful action. Is it the field of dreams shit? Is that what it is? If you build it, they will come.
No, I don't know. I mean, is it right the station and say, why are you sowing stupid drivel that sells things that aren't there? I mean, do we as a society need to mobilize and try to knock sense into people and say, the sky really is falling, and you guys look like absolute idiots trying to get people to go to a restaurant they can't get to because it's socially shut down due to a virus?
We're coming for you.
We are? Hey, society.
We're coming for you. No.
Oh, wait.
I like the TV stations.
What are we coming for? Oh, hey, TV stations. I mean, I understand there needs to be a stream of something, but it seems like so many things right now are repurposing to make a real difference in impact. So maybe you could show where there's low gas prices, or show where there's cheap food that they hand at the window, or show something. Who would pay for that, though? I mean,
that's actual marketing.
Yes, but
Marketing is this giant umbrella of things that we use to relate to people. That's called humanity.
Right. Right, but at the end of the day, that's marketing that only exists in my mind, and maybe on your show. At the end of the day, that's not happening. No, if you turn on the telly now, you're going to see the same drivel that you saw last week and 2 weeks ago, which 2 or 3 weeks ago made sense. You can just think, that's not for me. I really don't want to do that. I don't have the money. Now it's totally absurd. It's totally surreal. It shouldn't exist. I don't want to go to your restaurant because they was special on lobster. If at the end of the day, the restaurant is closed and all I can do is drive through it, and they don't have a drive-through. I do not want to wave at said lobsters. I'm glad it's here for a limited time. That makes it more absurd. Now, claws. So now, as I wave at the little clawed lobster, what I know is by the time you finally open, you'll be gone. Why did I just watch that commercial? You should pay me to watch that commercial. I feel insulted.
Oh, that's accountability, though. And if you talk about absurd, then accountability.
No, I don't. I just talk about accountability. I don't like absurd. I'd like you to sell my product. It would be great. I'd like it to be something that's real. Maybe that I actually could purchase to touch. Maybe something that is actually available in a store that's open. I would like all those things. Maybe something could be delivered to my house by a delivery person that exists. All those would be peachy.